Hi everybody, this is Chess from Retro Nirvana Gaming. Today we are doing part 2 of the Nintendo Collection. We are going to go over some more cartridges, the rest of the collection. We're also going to go over some boxed consoles, accessories, and some other Nintendo related things. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. It'll help the channel grow, and you'll see more of our videos as we come along. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's start off with some consoles. So this was actually my first Nintendo console. I got this when I first started collecting again. There was a lady a couple towns over that had this and the Super Nintendo set that she sold me for $50 each. I think I paid a little bit more because this one actually had the console in there as well. These are in very nice shape. This one is actually in better shape than the Super Nintendo one. So it is the action set, has the Mario Duck Hunt, the console, 2 controllers, and the light gun. It does have all the styrofoam in there as well, so it is in very nice shape. I actually think this might be the nicest console I have in the box at this point, at least for Nintendo. So very, very happy to have that one. It does have just a little sticker and a little bit of tape on it, but otherwise I think it's in great shape. So this one I keep on the shelf, and on the bottom there with the Super Nintendo, and always very nostalgic about that one. Alright, so next is just the control deck. This is box only, but it is the control deck box. So we have a console, 2 controllers, that's it. I don't have the player's guide that comes with it. This box is in okay shape, not great, but not too bad. On the side here you have Zelda, Mario, Rad Racer, and baseball. And on the back you have that family playing right on that console there. So yeah, this is a pretty cool one. These are the only 2 Nintendo boxes that I own in the collection at the moment. I do have some accessories that I want to go over with you. One is the power pad. So obviously you need this for world-class track meet or any other running games, such as, stadium events. That's a super expensive one, but yeah, that one also requires the power pad. And so, yeah, this is pretty nice. It's in the box, and yeah, I've actually never tried it before, but Lulu, my wife, is the one who actually got this for us, and it's been in our collection for quite a while now, maybe close to 10 years at this point. Okay, so let's go over some awesome accessories. So we have the NES Max controller. This is kind of a funky controller that's a little bit different than your normal NES controller. I have only used it a few times, but it does work. And so let me know what you think about that controller. I think it's kind of funky. It's a little different than what I'm used to using on the NES. So that one's not too bad though. Okay, so then we also have the NES Advantage. So this one is a pretty big clunky arcade stick looking thing. And this is another one I picked up from Goodwill many years ago at this point. It does work. I have not really played with it too much, but it is a controller a lot of people actually would love to get because people do like playing with arcade sticks. So that one is really cool. Then we also have, inside of this NES, we have the wireless dongle. So that is for this controller here. So this is 8-bit DOE wireless NES controller, and as you can see, it is a 4-button controller, not a 2-button. So you can actually use, I think, turbo with this as well. This works fantastic on the NES. I highly recommend you get this from Amazon. It does come with the dongle. I think I do have 2 of these, and they are great for playing NES. There's no input lag whatsoever. Super fun to play them like that. And yeah, it's a really, really good one. Going on, we also have, this is not an accessory, but it is really cool to have. So we basically have two different NES styles. We have the top loader as well. This is one that is quite uncommon as a NES console, and a lot of people are looking for this one, so it's very sought after NES console. It's the top loader. And the top loader, of course, comes with the dog bone controller. So this is a redesign of the original NES controller. The top loader came out in 1993, and therefore this controller looks a lot more like a Super Nintendo controller. Same thing with the top loader. The top loader is almost like imitating the Super Nintendo. Alright, so those are all the accessories. Now we're going to go on to the games. Here we go. Okay, so now that we've gone over the consoles and the accessories, we do have the rest of the console collection in terms of cartridges. So here we go. I'll go right into it with Kung Fu, a great black label game. Fantastic little platformer. One of the first games I ever got on the NES when I started collecting about 10, 12 years ago. Blaster Master, got this one in a lot of NES games. Really fun title. I say pick it up if you can pick it up for cheap. Next is Adventure Island, the first one. Phenomenal game, platformer from Hudson Soft. Really great. Paperboy, not a huge fan of that series, even though I know it is a Nintendo series. It's not my favorite, but gotta have it for the collection. Next we have Little Mermaid. Pretty decent game for the NES. And one of the best titles on the NES is Bubble Bobble. Fantastic game. Puzzle game, platformer. Great co-op for 2 players. I love that game. The second one is super rare. I wish I owned it, but I don't. Space Shuttle. This one is kind of cool. Kind of like a simulator. Love the cover art on this one. I was able to get this one in a lot as well, quite a while ago at this point. Same thing with this one, Dig Dug 2. It's another good one. I haven't really played too much, but I've heard it's very good. Then we have a classic, RC Pro AM. This one is super fun. You kind of race around a track. You can kind of see all of it on the screen there. Very simple graphics, very simple game, but fun as heck to play. Skate or Die. This is a game I used to play a lot on the emulator as a kid. Very fun game before, something serious like Tony Hawk came out. This was all the rage back in the day, playing that. And even playing it in the 90s, even though it came out probably 80s, 90s. Alright, so we got Bases Loaded 2. Again, this is more of a filler. I'm not really into the sports games. Football, same thing. Picked this up very cheap in a lot. Karate Kid. This one is fantastic. Very difficult, but it is a very good game. So we have the original Punch-Out. Actually, this is the re-release. This is the one after Mike Tyson. So this is when the license expired on Mike Tyson's either contract or whatever it was. They decided they did not want to renew it, so they made the version with Mr. Dream. That is this version right here of Punch-Out. Then we have a light gun game, Hogan's Alley. Actually kind of enjoy this one. This one is pretty cool. We have Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Very cool game. To enjoy that one. We have another Capcom game, Willow. This one is underrated. Very good game in general. We have Bump and Jump. Fun little game there. And we got Gotcha. This one I think is a paintball game. Another light gun one. Very, very fun. Spy Hunter. Kind of a different game overall. Not bad though. Urban Champion. This is a little fighting game. Kind of like side-scrolling fighting game. Beat 'em up style game. Again, we got the Funko-Land sleeve right there. Bring home the fun. Really cool. Love having those sleeves. Alright, next one we have is Disney's Adventures in the Magic Kingdom. Didn't really play this one too much. I know it is probably pretty decent, but I haven't really put any time into it. Bases Loaded, the first one. Very good game. Even for a sports game, super fun to play. Bugs Bunny and the Crazy Castle. You can see I got this from Goodwill. It was $4 back in the day. I think I played it a few times. It's actually a pretty fun little platformer. And another one we got from Goodwill back in the day, 3D World Runner. Fun game as well. I recommend it if you're looking for something a little different. Monopoly. Who doesn't love a good game of Monopoly once in a while? Pretty good. Kings of the Beach. I believe this is a volleyball game. I haven't played that too much either. Alpha Mission. This one is phenomenal. A little shmup. I do enjoy the shmups on the NES. They're very simple but fun to play, and you can kind of play them over and over and over again. This one is actually made by SNK, which is obviously the company that made Metal Slugs and all those other fantastic games on the Neo Geo. Next we have Tailspin, another really cool Capcom game. I would love to have all the Capcom games on the NES. It's just kind of hard to find those. The ones like DuckTales 2 and Chip 'n Dale 2, because those are expensive. They're super, no, I wouldn't say rare, but they're definitely uncommon games, and they have risen in value quite a bit now. Alright, next is The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Pretty decent platform game. I've only played it, I think, a few times and wasn't super into it, but it's decent. We got Star Force, pretty decent shoot 'em up. Another really fun one. Then we have Arkanoid, great puzzle game. Really enjoy playing this one. It's a great alternative to playing like Tetris all the time or the Yoshi games. Yoshi's Cookie. So Arkanoid, really fun game. It's also on the Super Nintendo. This one is made by Taito. Yeah, very good game. Alright, next we have Destination Earthstar. I think it is. Yeah, Destination Earthstar, another shmup. Acclaim. Pretty decent, if I remember correctly. It's been probably a few years since I played it last. Wheel of Fortune. Great game. Can't complain about that one. Super fun to play all the time. Next we have Track and Field. So this has got to be one of the other ones that you're going to need for Power Pad. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, next is another Funko Land sleeve. This one is Section Z by Capcom as well. I don't even remember picking this game up, but apparently I did. I'm going to have to take a look at some point. I don't even remember this game at this point. Do love the green Funko Land sleeve. Wow, that one's pretty cool. I'm going to have to go back and play that one. So next we got Gyromite. I've not played this. I just picked it up, I think, a while ago. You obviously need the ROB to play this, but I think at some point I had intention of getting the ROB, the robot. Little Nemo Dream Master. This one is fantastic as a Capcom game. And it just very much 80s, 90s Nintendo nostalgia when you play this game. It's phenomenal. So good. Alright, so next we have, this one looks like Fabio from the 90s. It's Iron Sword. I don't remember this game too much. It says Wizard and Warriors 2 Iron Sword. I have to go back and play this one. I don't think it's too good, but I could be wrong. Alright, so then we have Blowout Birthday Series. So this is actually a game that my wife Lulu got for me for my birthday. And I believe this is like a repro cart of Blow 'em Out. And so, yeah, this one is pretty cool, actually. I do enjoy that one. Next, we have Street Fighter 2010. This is a weird one by Capcom. It does not play like the regular Street Fighter series. It plays quite a bit differently, almost like a platformer. So, yeah, that one is way different than what you think. Next is Pinball. This is another Black Series game. Pretty fun. I remember playing this one. Not bad at all. Say pick it up if you can find it for cheap. This one is hard to pronounce. Faxanadu. Yeah. Another kind of RPG-ish style game. Not bad, but definitely not like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. Alright, we have NASCAR. I haven't played this one yet, so I gotta go back and play that one. Alright, so next we have Kung Fu Heroes. This is really fun. I enjoy playing this one a lot. I believe you can play this together with another person. And yeah, this one is really cool. I do like that one a lot. Alright. Next is Karate Champ. This was kind of disappointing. I thought this was going to be better than it was. This is one of the first games I picked up when I started my collection. And I remember it being just okay. Not great. I remember liking Karate Kid quite a bit more. We have an absolute classic Burger Time. Looks like I got that for $10. I don't remember how long ago now. This is an absolute classic to get. Very fun game. And yeah, I would say highly recommend this one. I would say it's in the top 50 best NES games. Super fun. Very nostalgic game. Baseball. This one kind of speaks for itself. It's just a Black Label or Black series of games, baseball title. It's fun. You know, there's not much to it besides just classic action. All right, next is American Gladiators. I have to go back and play this one. I don't remember it too well. But yeah, this is a pretty cool one for the most part from what I remember. But I'll have to go back and play it again. Alright, Marble Madness, kind of an arcade style game. This one's super fun. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. Milton Bradley is the one who makes all the board games. Pretty good. I remember getting this one, Knight Rider, from a garage sale quite a while ago. The lady wanted just a few dollars for it, and it's actually really fun. It's a good game. Next we have Pinbot. So this is a very weird pinball. They've made a lot of pinball games on the NES, and this is kind of a weird one, but check it out. Definitely different. If you're looking for something a little bit different and you've already played a whole bunch of different arcade games and a lot of pinball style games, check this one out. Pinbot. Rollerball. So this is actually made by the makers of Smash Brothers and Kirby. Rollerball. It's actually pretty fun. It's a good game overall and fun to play for hours and hours. At 720, this is a really cool skating game, skateboarding game. I do enjoy that one quite a bit. We have Cobra Triangle. This is another one that is super fun, kind of powerboat racing game for the NES. Super fun. We have 1942. This is a really great shmup by Capcom. Highly recommend this one if you like shmups and you like Capcom games. This game is not that great, honestly. I wouldn't even say it's underrated. I would say just not a great game in general. It doesn't even cost a lot of money. It just, nobody seems to like this game for whatever reason. Funko-Land Sleeve, pretty cool. We have Rambo. Great game, based off of the movie. This one's pretty solid. I would say pick it up. If you're unsure, get it. Legacy of the Wizard. This is actually by Bronderbund Software. So this is actually, this company actually made a lot of PC games back in the 80s and 90s. And I don't quite remember this one, but I believe it's an adventure game, as far as I remember. We have the original Metal Gear game. Great game. Not much to say, except for it's much more simple than the one on the PlayStation. We have Viper, another Capcom game. This one is very good, as most Capcom games are, back in the 80s and 90s. Solar Jetman. This one is cool as well. This one's made by Tradewest. It's the same people who made the Battletoads series of games. We have Hydelide. I don't remember this one at all. It's been so long since I tested this one out. We have Tengen Pac-Man. This one is fantastic. Of course, most Pac-Man games are good, except for the Pac-Man on the 2600 is actually kind of garbage nowadays. That one has led to the video game crash in the 80s. Tetris 2, pretty solid sequel. Obviously not as popular as the first one, but still pretty decent. And the last one we have here is TNC Surf Designs. This one is okay. It's a surfing game by LJN. Most of their games are just kind of meh, not the greatest. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is the NES collection thus far. I do not have the biggest NES collection. So I do have more of Super Nintendo. That is probably going to be the next video that we make for the collection videos series. So I hope you guys watched it to the end. If you didn't, it's okay. Don't worry. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought of the collection so far. Is there a game you saw that you're like, oh man, I would love to have that game, or I do have that game, that's one of my favorites? Leave me a comment down below. And as usual, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'll help the channel grow, and you'll see more of our videos as they come along. Alright, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and bye!